How are you guys doing? Today is Saturday, October 9th, 2021. I'm James Sims, and for this episode of The Elite, I'm going to review the Elite matchups and performances that took place yesterday on Friday, October 8th. And of course, I'm going to preview everything that's going on today as we navigate through the world of sports one day at a time. Taking a snapshot of where we are, there are now two teams left competing for the Wnba Championship. The MLB is down to 8 teams as they are in the Division Series round. And then, of course, football around the world, including overseas, is underway as basketball or NBA basketball is right around the corner. And the NHL has already gotten started. Taking a look first at what's going on with the WNBA in Las Vegas, the second seed Las Vegas Aces hosted the fifth seed Phoenix Mercury for a Game 5. The series was tied at 2. And in this winner-take-all matchup, the Mercury would end up beating the Aces 87-84. They would go on to outscore Las Vegas 29-18 by 11 points in the fourth quarter to secure this win. For the Las Vegas Aces, in their final matchup of this season, their starting forward, Aja Wilson, the 2020 WNBA MVP, if I'm not mistaken, would finish with 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists in 38 minutes. She shot 7 for 15 from the field and a perfect 7 for 7 from the foul line. Off the bench, their guard, Kelsey Plum, would finish with 22 points in 29 minutes as she shot 7 for 15 from the field, 3 for 7 from 3, and a perfect 5 for 5 from the foul line. And then tied with her for the team high in points was their starting guard, Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray in her final matchup with the Aces would finish with 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists in 33 minutes as she shot 8 for 17 from the field and a perfect 4 for 4 from the foul line. For the Phoenix Mercury, their all-star and Olympian starting guard Diana Taurasi would finish with 24 points in 36 minutes as she shot 7 for 14 from the field, 3 for 9 from 3, and 7 for 8 from the foul line. The leading scorer for the Phoenix Mercury would be their starting center out of Baylor, Brittany Griner. She would finish with 28 points and 9 rebounds in 38 minutes. She shot 11 for 18 from the field and 6 for 8 from the foul line. With this win, the 5th seed Phoenix Mercury have advanced to the WNBA Finals, where they will face off against the 6th seed Chicago Sky. And because the Sky have the lower seed than them, the Phoenix Mercury will go all the way to the end just to have another home court advantage in a best of 7 series, it's been in a best-of-5 series for the WNBA Finals, just to make sure. And, of course, I'm going to follow this episode with a preview for the WNBA Finals. But in addition to that, taking a look at what's going on with playoff baseball at the moment, going into this matchup, the Red Sox were trailing the Tampa Bay Rays 1-0 going into their series, and the Astros were up 1-0. So going into the game ones for the National League for yesterday, starting off in Milwaukee, the Brewers, the National League Central champions, hosted the National League East champs Atlanta Braves, and in what would be a solid pitching duel from both teams, the Brewers would beat the Braves 2-1. They would end up scoring both of their runs in the bottom of the 7th as Rowdy Tellez hit a 2-run home run off of Charlie Morton. For the Atlanta Braves, Charlie Morton, other than that, had a very good game for himself. He only allowed 2 earned runs and 3 hits in 6 innings. He struck out 9 batters on the day. And in the Braves batting lineup, no one on the team would finish with more than 1 hit. However, their pinch hitter, Jock Peterson, would go 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run. For the Milwaukee Brewers in this matchup, the start went to their all-star starting pitcher, Corbin Burns. He allowed no earned runs and 2 hits in 6 innings pitched as he struck out 6. The win would go to the Brewers' first relief pitcher, Adrian Hauser, who was one of the starting pitchers this season. He only allowed 1 earned run in 2 innings pitched as he struck out a batter. With his win, he's now 1-0. And the save will go to the Brewers' elite closer, Josh Hader. He allowed no earned runs in the 9th inning as he struck out a batter. And in the Brewers' batting lineup, nobody on the team finished with more than 1 hit, but Rowdy Tellez would hit his first home run of the postseason. He went 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a run. With this win, the Milwaukee Brewers now hold a 1-0 series lead going into today's MLB matchups. And then going to the other game Game 1 taking place in the National League. The National League regular season champs and the MLB regular season champs, San Francisco Giants, hosted their division rivals, the Los Angeles Dodgers, coming off of their wild card win versus the St. Louis Cardinals on the late game thriller. In this matchup, the Giants would end up beating the Dodgers 4-0 as they would shut out the reigning World Series champs. For the Dodgers in this matchup, the loss would go to their elite starting pitcher, Walker Buehler. He allowed 3 earned runs in 6.1 innings pitched as he struck out 5. In looking at how the Giants fared in this matchup, before I get into the Dodgers game, Buster Posey hit a 2-run home run off of Walker Buehler in the first inning. And then Chris Bryant would hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 7th. Brandon Crawford would hit a solo home run in the bottom of the 8th, showing that the Giants scored on 3 different home runs. So the Dodgers was pitching pretty well, but it was just 3 bad pitches for them, and that lost them the first game of the series. In the Dodgers batting lineup, their elite right fielder Mookie Betts went 2 for 4. Additionally, their catcher Will Smith would go 2 for 4 as well. For the San Francisco Giants, the win would go to their starting pitcher Logan Webb. He allowed no earned runs and 5 hits in 7.2 innings as he struck out 10 batters on the day. This is his first win of the postseason, and in the Giants batting lineup, their second baseman, Tommy La Stella, will go 2 for 2 with a run. Their shortstop, Brandon Crawford, will go 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run as he hit his first home run of the postseason. Their future Hall of Fame catcher, Buster Posey, will go 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and a run as Posey hit his first home run of the postseason. And also their elite left fielder, Chris Bryant, will go 3 for 3 with an RBI and a run as he hit his first home run of the postseason as well. With this win, the San Francisco Giants now hold a 1-0 series lead over the Los Angeles Dodgers as they, alongside the Brewers, are 2 games away from clinching a spot in the National League Championship Series. Now taking a look at what was going on in the American League Series, jumping out to what was going on in their Game 2s. Starting off in Tampa Bay, the American League East champs hosted the wild card contenders, Boston Red Sox. The Red Sox would beat the Rays 14-6 after the Rays took a 5-2 lead in the first inning. The Red Sox would go into the top of the 5th inning, trailing 5-4, and then it would be a solo home run from Kike Hernandez to tie it up, and then a 3-run home run from JD Martinez to give them the 3-run lead in the inning. And they would score 6 runs in the final 3 innings to win this game and wrap it up. For the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 2, the start was given to Shane Baz. Baz allowed 3 earned runs in 2.1 innings. He would strike out 2 on the day. The loss would go to the Rays' first relief pitcher, Colin McHugh. McHugh allowed 3 earned runs in 1.2 innings pitched as he would finish off the 3rd and pitch the entire 4th inning. He struck out 2 batters on the day, and with this loss, he's 0-1. In the Rays batting lineup, their elite shortstop, Wander Franco, went 2 for 5 with a run. And then additionally, their pinch-hitting first baseman, Ji-Man Choi, went 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run. He would hit his only home run of the postseason to date as well. Also, Jordan Luplow, their first baseman, would go 1 for 1 with 4 RBIs and a run as he would go on to hit a grand slam in the first inning, actually, to when they were trailing by 1 to give them a 3-point lead. Taking a look at how the Red Sox fared, the start was given to their elite starting pitcher, Chris Sale. He allowed 5 earned runs in 1 inning pitched. He would strike out 2 batters. The win would go to the Red Sox first relief pitcher, Tanner Houck. He allowed 1 earned run in the next 5 innings as he pitched through the 6th inning. He would strike out 5 in that span, and with this win, he's 1-0 in the postseason. In the Red Sox batting lineup, their center fielder, Kike Hernandez, went 5 for 6 with 3 RBIs and 3 runs. He would go on to hit 3 doubles as well as a home run and a single. He was a triple shy of the cycle. Additionally, their all-star third baseman, Rafael Devers, would go 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs. Devers would hit his first home run of the postseason. Their all-star shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, would go 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs as he hit his first home run of the season. He hit one in the 3rd. Their left fielder, Alex Verdugo, would go 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and 2 runs as he would go on to hit his first home run of the postseason. Also, their elite designated hitter, JD Martinez, would go 4 for 5 with 3 RBIs and a run. JD Martinez would hit a home run as well. Their catcher, Christian Vasquez, would go 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs and a run. And with this win, the Boston Red Sox have evened the series up at 1. Now it is a best-of-3 series to determine who will advance to face off against the winner between the Houston Astros and the Chicago White Sox. Taking a look at what's going on in that series, the Houston Astros hosted the White Sox, of course, for Game 2. They got home field advantage after winning the AL West, and the Astros would end up beating the White Sox 9-4. They would go into the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th inning, as the White Sox did hold a 4-2 lead. The Astros would end up tying it on a 2-run single from Yuli Gurriel in the bottom of the 5th. And then in the bottom of the 6th, Yordan Alvarez would have an RBI single to increase their lead to 1. Carlos Correa would increase the lead to 3 with a 2-run double. And Kyle Tucker's 2-run home run would give the Astros 7 unanswered runs to come from behind to pick up their second win and put them 1 win away from the AL Championship Series. Looking at how the White Sox fared in Game 2, the start was given to Lucas Giolito. He allowed 4 earned runs in 4.1 innings as he struck out 4. The loss was given to the White Sox third relief pitcher Aaron Bummer. Bummer allowed 3 earned runs in 0.1 inning as he would start the 7th inning but not finish. He would strike out a batter, and with this loss, he's 0-1. In the White Sox batting lineup, their elite shortstop, Tim Anderson, would end up going 3 for 5 with a run. Their center fielder, Luis Robert, would go 3 for 4 with an RBI and 2 runs. Their elite first baseman, Jose Abreu, the reigning American League MVP, would go 2 for 4 with an RBI. And then for the Houston Astros in this matchup, the start was given to Framber Valdez. He allowed 4 earned runs in 4.1 innings as he struck out 6. The win was given to the Astros' third relief pitcher as well, Ryan Stanek. Stanek allowed no earned runs in the 7th inning as he struck out 2. With this win, he's now 1-0. In the Astros batting lineup, their elite third baseman, Alex Bregman, would end up going 2 for 3 with 2 runs. Additionally, their right fielder, Kyle Tucker, would go 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs and a run as he hit his first home run of the postseason. With this win, the Houston Astros now hold a 2-0 series lead over the Chicago White Sox. The White Sox need to win 3 games, their next 3 games, in order to make it to the American League Championship Series. The Astros only need to win 1 of the next 3. Just to give a sense of how comfortable the Astros can be. But, of course, they can't get too comfortable because comebacks have happened in sports like this. So that was what was going on with playoff baseball yesterday. Taking a look at what's going on today, it'll be both Game 2s in the National League. At 5:07 on TBS, Brandon Woodruff, the all-star starting pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers, is going to take the mound versus Max Fried in the National League East Atlanta Braves. The Milwaukee Brewers do come into this game with a 1-0 series lead. So, of course, a win here would be big, especially before they go back to Atlanta with Atlanta's home field advantage. And then at 9:07 on TBS, 4 hours later after the start in Milwaukee, the first seed in the National League, San Francisco Giants, are going to host the team that had the second best record in the MLB season, the Los Angeles Dodgers. Julio Urias is going to make the start for the defending champs, and then Kevin Gausman will make the start for San Francisco. San Francisco currently leads the series 1-0. They are 2 wins away from the next round. The Dodgers are 3. Taking a look at what's going on with football, there were 2 ranked matchups yesterday. The first one took place in Cincinnati. The 5th-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats hosted the unranked Temple Owls, and in this matchup, the 5th-ranked Cincinnati Bearcats would beat the Temple Owls 52-3. They outscored Temple 17-3 in the first half. They would score 4 touchdowns in the third to outscore Temple Owls 35-0 in the second half of the game. For the Cincinnati Bearcats, their starting quarterback, Desmond Ridder, would throw for 259 yards and 3 touchdowns. He would also run for 6 yards, so that's 265 total yards of offense. Their leading rusher, Jerome Ford, would finish with 149 yards on 15 carries and 2 touchdowns. He would also go on to finish with 5 receiving yards through the air, so he had 154 total yards of offense. Their leading receiver, Alec Pierce, finished with 93 yards on 6 receptions as he had a touchdown as well. And on the defensive side of the ball, Deshaun Pace would lead the team in tackles as he had 8 of them on the day. And with this win, the 5th seed Cincinnati Bearcats are 5-0, and they are 1-0 in their conference at the moment. Houston, SMU, and Eastern Carolina are the remaining undefeated teams in that conference. And with this loss, the Temple Owls are now 3-3. They are 1-1 in the American Conference. Taking a look at the other ranked opponent, the other ranked team that faced an opponent, the 22nd ranked Arizona State Sun Devils were able to beat the unranked Stanford Cardinal, that were able to beat the top ranked Oregon Ducks last week. For the 22nd ranked Arizona State Sun Devils, they would end up putting the pressure on early. They outscored Stanford 21-7 in the first half. They outscored them 7-3 in the third quarter. Neither team even scored in the fourth when Stanford was in need of a crucial score. Arizona State just suffocated them and kept them from doing so. For the Arizona State Sun Devils, their starting quarterback, Jaden Daniels, would throw for 175 yards, and he would run for 76. That's 251 total yards of offense, as his only touchdown came on the ground. Their leading rusher on the day, Rashad White, had 96 yards on 13 carries and a touchdown. He had 1 yard through the air, so that's 97 total yards. Their leading receiver, Curtis Hodges, had 76 yards on 4 receptions. And then on the defensive side of the ball, Evan Fields would lead the team in tackles. He had 7 of them. Tyler Johnson would finish with 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and 3.5 for losses. He would have quite the performance in the backfield. And, of course, 3 different players for Arizona were able to log an interception. With this win, Arizona State is 5-1. They are 3-0 in the Pac-12. They and Oregon State are the only 2 teams remaining in the Pac-12 that are undefeated at this moment. And with this loss, the Cardinal are now 3-3. They are 2-2 in the Pac-12 at the moment. Taking a look at what's going on today, of course, dividing it by time, and tomorrow I'm just going to divide it by the rankings and just how it finished. At 12 o'clock on ABC, 21st ranked Texas Longhorns host the 6th ranked Oklahoma Sooners in what is called the Red River Rivalry, I believe. So that's going to be a very big matchup. That game's going to be taking place in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. At the same time, at 12 on Fox, the 7th-ranked Ohio State Buckeyes are going to host the unranked Maryland Terrapins on Fox. At the same time at noon on Big Ten Network, unranked Rutgers is going to host 11th-ranked Michigan State. Michigan State is 5-0. They are 2-0 in the Big Ten. At 12 at the same time on ESPN, the 17th-ranked Ole Miss Rebels are going to host the 13th-ranked Arkansas Razorbacks, and of course that game is going to be on ESPN for many to see. At the same time at 12, 20th ranked Florida is going to host unranked Vanderbilt. This game is going to be on SEC Network. Following that at 3:30 on CBS, 18th ranked Auburn is going to host 2nd ranked Georgia on CBS. At the same time at 3:30, 10th ranked BYU is going to host unranked Boise State on ABC. At 3:30 on ESPN2, unranked Syracuse is going to host 19th ranked Wake Forest. Continuing on, at 3:30 at the same time, unranked Navy is going to host 24th ranked SMU. SMU comes into this matchup 5-0, 1-0 in the American. 19th ranked Wake Forest is 5-0. They are 3-0 in the ACC. At 4, the 3rd-ranked Iowa Hawkeyes are going to host the 4th-ranked Penn State Nittany Lions, which is going to be a highly anticipated matchup. This game is going to be on Fox in Iowa City, Iowa. So, of course, many eyes are going to be on that matchup. At 7:30 on ABC, unranked Nebraska is going to host 9th-ranked Michigan on ABC. I probably just said that. At 7:30 unranked Virginia Tech is going to host 14th ranked Notre Dame on ACC Network. At the same time at 7:30, 16th ranked Kentucky was sitting at 5-0 and 3-0 and in the SEC is hosting unranked LSU on SEC Network. At 8 o'clock, unranked Texas A&M is going to host first-ranked Alabama on CBS, as many people are going to watch and see how many times Alabama punts today. At 9 o'clock, at the 25th-ranked San Diego State Aztecs are going to host the unranked New Mexico Lobos on FS1. That game is going to be taking place at Carson, California. With that said, that's everything going on with college football. Not much going on with NFL until tomorrow. Taking a look at what's going on with soccer, especially with FIFA World Cup qualifying. Croatia was able to beat Cyprus, their first goal coming from Ivan Perisic to finish off the first half. Additionally, Germany was able to beat Romania as they scored 2 second-half goals to correct their defense's lone mistake in the 9th minute. Serge Gnabry and Thomas Muller, the Bayern pair, the duo, will combine for the 2 goals for Germany. Additionally, Netherlands was able to beat Latvia 1-0 to, of course, get 3 points much needed towards them making it into the tournament. Checking out what was going on in Africa, it looks as though Ivory Coast was able to beat Malawi 3-0. Algeria was able to win 6-1. They had 2 of their goals from Riyad Mahrez. And additionally, that's what's going on with soccer. And then taking a look at what's going on today, starting with the European matchups, the big ones. It looks as though England's going to face Andorra at 2:45 on ESPN Plus. It looks as though Poland's going to face off against San Marino, as Robert Lewandowski is up for Ballon d'Or or possible nomination, or he has already been nominated to possibly be named the Ballon d'Or winner. And that is virtually what's going on today in the world of sports for Saturday, October 9th. I'm James Sims. I want to thank everybody for listening to this piece. I want to, of course, apologize for all the names that I butchered. I do plan on getting them right. There's so many names. And I do want to thank the ESPN, the MLB, WNBA, NFL websites, NCAA for giving me what I needed to complete this episode, and without them I wouldn't be able to do it, and I wouldn't be able to do it without without the project in mind. Once again, thanks for listening to my piece. I hope all is well, and I'll catch you with more tomorrow. Peace out.